Shalom, shalom to the children of Israel, and welcome back to another episode of Torah Tuesday. I pray everyone is well, and tonight's lesson is just going to be real quick. We're going to deal with fringes and modest apparel. Okay, fringes and modest apparel. And, here on Torah Tuesday, we deal with the law, and it is required for us to wear, you know, fringes with a ribbon of blue on our apparels at all times. Now, I've heard that another camp say that they don't require the members to actually wear fringes on their garments. Well, you know, I would like for them to explain that dealing with the law, because the law clearly is going to say what it says, and it says that we should wear fringes with the ribbon of blue on the garments, and that's something that we're going to read in the law, and we actually going to get to it. Also, dealing with modest apparel, we're going to deal with modest apparel, just actually dealing with what women should wear. We know that the times we're living in, women are very provocative. Okay, very provocative, and they wear things that reveal themselves, to the public. Well, according to the law, which we're going to read, the Most High is requiring, even women to dress and cover up themselves in a certain way. These things, like I said, are located and mandatory for us to understand them and to also to walk in them and rehearse them on a daily, well, every day. Put it that way, every day. Now, once again, those who saying that, put it this way, I know that Israel today have made uh, fringe and a ribbon of blue sort of like a style, which it is, which it is. But it's something that we take pride of. It's something that the Most High has given us to separate us from these other nations. He's always done it. I'm going to show a few images that show that uh, back historical times that our people wore fringes, on their garments. Okay, so let's get into the law. Let's get into the law real quick, and then I'm gonna show a few images. I'm gonna start off in Deuteronomy. I'm gonna start off at gosh, let me go back. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Let's get Deuteronomy. I'm sorry, Numbers. I'm sorry. Let's go to Numbers to start things off. Let's go to Numbers chapter 15, and we're gonna start off at 37. Numbers chapter 15 and 37. Now we have to remember too, our forefathers were coming out of Egypt, and while we were in Egypt, that we took the customs of the Egyptians. I mean, we had our own style, but we still took the customs of the Egyptians as well. So coming out of Egypt and into the wilderness, the Most High gave a specific law so that we separate ourselves and look different from these other nations. So this is what he said. Let's see. I'm going to read up. Verse 37. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment throughout their generations. So now, once upon a time, we did not know or understand what this law consists of. But once we came into the faith and we read it, then we started to do what? We started to rehearse the righteous acts. And one of the righteous acts is to do what? Follow the law. So it says, fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon a fringe of the border a ribbon of blue. So let's find out why the Most High wanted us to do this, other than to separate us from the other nations as well. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord. See, now we understanding why. See, when the Most High does something, he does something for a reason and a purpose. So when we look upon our fringe, or we see fringes and a ribbon of blue upon one of our sisters or one of our brothers, even though we don't know them, right then and there, it triggers something to say, okay, that brother or that sister is following the commandments, or following the commandments and also is aware of the commandments, because that's what it said. It says, and it shall be upon you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye were used to go a whoring. So at one time, we know that our forefathers went astray, just like us. We were ignorant. We was ignorant of the Most High law, so we also went astray. But through the blessings, okay, and through the grace of the Most High, He gave us back our understanding of the commandments. Okay, verse 40, that ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God. Okay, so the Most High said, be holy unto your God. Verse 41, I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. Look how many times he said that. He said it in the front. I am the Lord your God. Then in the middle, he says, right here, it says to be your God. Then at the end, he said, I am the Lord your God. So for those who say, well, you don't have to wear the fringe, you don't have to wear the ribbon of blue, go back and read this law and then get from not from your own understanding, because that's what he said. He said that we went a whoring. Because why? Because we had our own thoughts and our own imagination. But this law does what? This law corrects it. Okay, this law corrects it. So let me show a few images dealing with some historical aspects, and our forefathers was actually wearing fringes. Here's one here. Going to bring it up a little bit. Let's see if I can bring it up. Oh, I know where. Let's bring it up a little bit. Okay. Here we are. As we can see, this image right here, it has, the brothers carrying, it looks like they're carrying, like incense holders. Um, but as you can see, the apparel that they have on, and towards the bottom, you can see the fringes right there on the bottom. Okay. Let's grab another one. Here's another one right here. It looked like almost the same image, but it's a little difference because you can see right here how they have the belt hanging down, but around their waist they got fringes there. Towards the bottom they have fringes there, and they have the shafar, and it looked like they're carrying other items. It may be the Levites, carrying items for the temple. Okay, so let me see what this one is. Is that one? Uh, then there's others here as well that shows. But I just wanted to go back into the history and bring out some historical events, so we can flash back and know that this law was then and it also applies to us now. All right. So let me get another. I'm going to Deuteronomy. Stay in the law. And let's see, Deuteronomy, I want 22. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 12. Thou shalt make the fringes upon the four corners of thy vessels, wherewith thy cover thyself. So it's very clear, very clear. Now, we have gotten stylish because we always, have a certain swagger about ourselves. When we see, the Most High didn't tell us like, well, you just have to have this apparel and make sure it have fringes and ribbon of blue on it. No, no, no. He just said whatever is on your body, right? Your style. Make sure that you have these two essential cloth on your garment or on your shirt, so that it will remind you of the commandments. Like I said, these days, Israel's always been stylish. So our women, they really get into it. They really have some, really nice, uh, decent and modest apparel that they wear, and they get, more colors with their fringes and and things like that. They get creative, which is cool. That's us. That's our spirit. you know. And then we also gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the modest apparel of a woman. All right. So here in Numbers, he explained to us, and why we actually do it is to remind us of the laws and the commandments, right? And like I said, when we look and see a brother or a sister that's wearing it as well, then we know that they're on the, they also are keeping the ordinances of the commandments. All right. Then you come here in Deuteronomy, and then it simply tells you on the four corners of thy vessel, wherewith thou cover thyself. All right. And, just to get for these New Testament Quakers, let me go to Matthew's real quick. Go to Matthew's real quick in verse, let me get 23. And let me read 5. Now, here, this is where the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the Pharisees, the Most High, Christ was actually, Yahushua was actually breaking down, how the Pharisees and the Sadducees was acting. Okay, now not to bring that up, but it's to bring up an example of what they were wearing during the time of Christ, during the time of Paul, and during the time of the apostles. Matthew's chapter 23 and verse 5. But all their works, okay, but all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments. Okay, of their garments. Just to go back real quick and just bring up one of the images. Right, one of the images. Right, is to show you right here. It says they have phylacteries on their head as well. They have phylacteries on their head, and also they have, like you said, they have the fringes. Okay, so just wanted to get in that. Now let's go to modest apparel. Let's go into the modest apparel. All right. So real quick before we go there, this is one of the images I want to show, along with others. Right, but I want to go to Deuteronomy. Let's go to the law. Get 22 and verse 5. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. So I wanted to actually bring out some images, but I was like, nah, it's self-explanatory. The days and the times we're living in right now, we already know that when it says that a man should not put on a woman's apparel, we have plenty of examples of that. It's a shame, but we know we're living in Sodom. Sodom exposes itself, okay? Then, if you go to what a woman wears that pertaineth unto a man, we tell sisters that what? Our sisters, and then back even in the 50s and in the 40s, women did not wear pants. It was this women's live and this women's, I would say, a movement that actually started to introduce pants to women. Women have always wore dresses. So when it says that a woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, at first a lot of women get upset about it, but it's the truth, and we can understand because we was ignorant at one time. But then once we start to read the law, and then we start to have faith in the Most High and in His commandments, then the Most High gave us grace and have that repentant spirit upon us, and especially our women. And it goes to say because a woman feel more feminine when she actually wearing a dress. Anytime a woman, when it's time to go out to a special event or to, out anywhere like that, first thing a woman would do, she would definitely go run, put on some type of, modest dress, and it makes her feel more feminine rather than just putting on some pants. But nowadays, they got the jeans, so a lot of them want to show off their little figure. But like I said, that right there wasn't supposed to be. The Most High said, that which pertaineth unto a man. So that's one of the laws. And with that being said about modest apparel, then I'm gonna bring up this example. Let me bring it up real quick. Another example of a modest woman, would be how these images are here right now, right here. That is modest. It's not showing and revealing your body. It's not revealing the shape of your, you know, of your bottom part. It's not revealing. Okay. I have another couple others to show you as well. We can say, modest apparel. Uh, Look at the sisters here. I mean, they still stylish and looking beautiful without exposing their bodies. You know, Plenty of examples. That's why I say Israel. Shoot, we come with our own style. Okay, modest, fair use of anything. You know, yeah, sister gets modest. Just pulling up a few of them. Nothing in particular. Uh, it's two sisters here in modest apparel. It's modest. So that's what it said when it says that, a woman should not wear that pertaineth unto a man. Very simple, self-explanatory. We don't have to get too deep into it. Um, a lot of times, when women first have been introduced to this law, there's a problem. It's always a problem at first. And then eventually the woman gets on board and she starts to change and start to figure out, okay, well, if this is something that the Most High commands us to do, then the woman starts to come out with her creativeness, and become a modest woman. So let me get, what was that, Timothy? I want to get Timothy real quick. So the Most High says, I'm going to read Deuteronomy again. Um, a woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. Let me get Timothy. First Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. Yes, 2 and 9. In like manner also, that a woman adore herself in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or apparel, or costly array. Now, this is when it's saying that a woman has, you know, we all seen it, how a woman is overdressed, right? Thinking that the more she puts on, the more glamorous she looks. You know, there's a thing where you can go overboard. Like I said, we brought out a few, at least I brought out a few images that, the woman, and look at it, they don't have these apparels, a lot of chains, and, putting on a lot of little ornaments and, things like that, bracelets. It's okay to do it, but we understand that the Most High is saying don't overdo it. Okay, let's not overdo it. As we can see, a lot of these modest women. I mean, this woman here, she has on. See the image come up. I want to bring out her gold chain that she has around her neck. Ah, that's not going to work. But let's see, it's not going to work. Bring now, mind you, I just stuck in the Israelite modest apparel, and it came up, with these images. But you know, here we are here, very modest. Okay, so we back in Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. So that's what he's saying. Let's not get overboard. And we know that there's a lot of women out there just go too far overboard. Once again, trying to catch the attention of whomever, the public or whatever. But most I say you don't even have to go that route. You know, something modest, low key, you still gonna look beautiful because you're an Israelite woman. And we are all of our Israelite women are beautiful. So, you know, so let's go back. Let's go back here. And I also want to let me get Deuteronomy. Let me go back. Let me get Deuteronomy. Let's get Deuteronomy. Just want to bring this out. Actually, Amos. Actually, let me get Amos real quick. See, because when the Most High gave us that, He told us that. I'm gonna read Amos. Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay, so the Heavenly Father is telling us, see, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. This is the reason why the Heavenly Father said, you know what? I'm going to separate my children from these other nations. All right. Give me a minute. See. And let's find out. Let's read the law about this separation from these other nations. Uh, let's read this one. Deuteronomy chapter 7. And I'm going to start at verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. This is the reason why he gave us a certain uh, way to dress. This is the reason why he gave us, our ability to stand out amongst the other nations, because he loves us. He loves us. Plus, he input it and endow in us his commandments. All right. Let me get Isaiah. Let's go into the book of Isaiah. I want, 44 and 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. See, whom I have chosen. Verse 2. Thus said the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou, Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. See, the Most I have chosen us. Now, it's funny because he tells us in and out throughout the Bible how he has chosen Israel, how he has set Israel aside, how Israel is the apple of his eye. So it's no coincidence how he would say that, okay, I want my children to dress this way. Okay, I want my children to have something on there that will recognize, that I will recognize them and they recognize me through my commandments to keep us apart and separate, and we fulfill the law. And when we fulfill the law, then that's when the love of the Most High and the grace of the Most High, endows the children of Israel. You see. So, this one was going to be quick, straight to the point. But a lot of our Israelite brothers are today, they are, fulfilling this commandment. And we're proud. We're proud to, walk around and have our fringes and also to recognize our brothers and sisters as well, because when we see that on them, once again, the law says that it is to remind us of the commandments. Now, there's one thing though, I don't know if I can bring it up now, but even Amazon, I couldn't bring it up, but I wanted to bring it. Even Amazon right now is selling fringes, and they have the ribbon of blue on it. See, this is how that Israel inspires the style of things. So hopefully, and Most High be with us. I hope that these other nations don't start to, thinking that this is some type of style for them, and then they start to wear it. If not, bottom line, we're gonna check them. We definitely got to check them. So I'm gonna leave you with that, Israel, and the next Torah Tuesday that's coming up. I have another topic that's dealing with haircuts, as well as dealing with how we pray over our meals. We're supposed to give thanks and praises over our meals. So with that, Israel, I say shalom, stay safe. Till next time.